Good morning, Snow West. It is Tuesday, November 12th, and I owe you an apology. But before that, you'll notice behind me, we got ourselves a little snow. Woke up this morning and the snow is coming down, and it is just another drop-dead gorgeous day. Love it when I wake up and look outside and see my trees are all covered in the white fluffy stuff. But back to the topic of the topic at hand, I suppose. I owe you an apology because I didn't know what I didn't know, and I found out what I didn't know on Saturday. As many of you may know, I am not a member of any snowmobile organization. I've never joined a club, wasn't a member of the state organization, wasn't a member of the national organizations, even though I've been a very active, very dedicated member of the community since 2008. This weekend, or last weekend that just passed, the Idaho State Snowmobile Association extended an invitation to me to come and speak at their organizational annual meeting, and I went. And while the presentation I made wasn't terribly important, the presentation that they made, that I had a chance to sit and watch, was profoundly important. Because as I mentioned before, I didn't know what I didn't know, but now I know what I didn't know. Goodness, I didn't appreciate just how important our local snowmobile clubs, our national clubs, the state organizations are to the health and welfare and future viability of snowmobiling. And I need to apologize for that, guys. Being the admin on Snow West for years, the mountain riding segment is not terribly pro-club, I have to admit. Here in the Western United States, the club organizational structure just isn't what it is in the Midwest, back east, or up in Canada. And I have definitely been influenced by that, poorly so. Didn't appreciate some of the things that the clubs are doing, that the state's doing, that the national organization's doing. And I wanted to come with a big fat mea culpa and apologize to you guys, let you know that I have joined a local club, I have joined the state club, and I have joined the national organization, and I plan on putting out content to support all three of those going forward. They are far more important than I previously understood. Yesterday I put out a small post about what's going on in Island Park, about the attempt by a left-wing social progressive liberal organization to try to turn Island Park in West Yellowstone into a national monument and to shut down snowmobiling. We're looking at the possibility that we may end up with, a repeat of a presidential executive order such as Nixon issued that shut down Yellowstone National Park, now designating the Island Park caldera as a national monument and shutting down the excess snowmobiling that's currently going on there. This will definitely be something you're going to hear more about from me, yours truly, in the very near future. I've reaching out to the Idaho State Snowmobile Association's Department of Legal Defense. I need to learn a lot more about what's actually going on. What are the chances of them getting this approved? What is the chances of it, being signed off by President Biden before he leaves office? What are the chances that President Trump would, void it on day one? What are the chances that if we set this precedent, this is something we don't ever want to have to deal with? I honestly don't know where that is right now, but I know this is probably not something we want to allow to go forward. We're going to have to get together as a local community, as a state community, as a national community to save what is arguably the crown jewel of mountain riding in Idaho, which is Mount Jefferson, because that's at the very heart of what they want to shut down. Or as they say, they want to reduce the excessive or overuse of snowmobiling. And we all know that that means they want no snowmobiling whatsoever. So having learned this over the weekend while I attended the Idaho State Snowmobile Association annual convention, I wanted to reach out to everybody on this channel and say, I apologize. I didn't know what I didn't know, but now I know, and I'll do better. I'll do as much better as I possibly can. I thank you guys for your tolerance in me while I came up to speed and I learned about this, because I just didn't know. I didn't understand what the club structure really is doing, and especially what the legal defense structure is doing. These guys are clearly the bulwark that's standing between us and losing 600 miles of groomed trail, plus 100 square miles of rideable backcountry terrain, plus setting another precedent for just losing another chunk of really spectacular snowmobiling to these freaking left-wing environmental ne'er-do-wells. I don't want to have anything to do with these guys winning, so I will certainly use this channel and whatever reach I have Facebook tells me my current reach is 7.4 million people. That's who are getting exposed to the content on this channel. Many of you chose to share this yesterday. I thank you immensely. I will do a detailed video on this proposal and do everything I can to expose the people that are behind trying to turn this into a national monument and everything we can do to stop it from happening. In the meantime, it's snowing. It's gorgeous. There's some beautiful snow coming down. I'm just in my backyard, you know, and it's just beautiful. I love waking up seeing this. I'll be up in IP probably in the next week riding. It won't be long now. Sled's back out of service, and it's time to get up there and hit the trails and start doing some live on the mountain in the snow updates for you guys. I thank you so much for sticking with me all summer long. I know some of you don't care for the long walks, you know, in the field across the street of the Huskies, but that's the best opportunity I have every day to get out there and shoot the video and talk to you guys about what I think is important, what's on your mind. Now we'll get back to trail reports and snow reports and, you know, upcoming events and all the fun stuff that's going on in Island Park and West Yellowstone and Driggs and Alpine and Jackson and Cook City and, you know, the surrounding communities around here. Once again, I'm Christopher. I'm your friendly forum admin from snowwest.com, and I look forward to seeing you online. We'll see you guys there.